Welcome back to Hi Guys, BDR here, and I'm back with another, AQ Roads video. This time we're going to be doing a Rustbucket overview. Now, Rustbucket was like one of the first few classes in the game, you know, usually known for being like a joke slash meme class and whatnot, but I thought like, let's do an overview on it, see how it could perform in like, early game content. So, the only way to really get Rustbucket is that you have to slash join crash site. Walk with me here. You want to go to this house right here, and you want to click on the pile of Rustbucket armor right here, and you'll get the Rustbucket class. That's pretty much it. Now if you have the Rustbucket class already, the armor doesn't show up. So let's just get the class right here. Rustbucket and whatnot. Oh, fuck that. And bam, Rustbucket class is equipped, so that's the only way that you can get it. Alright then, let's go over the skills. Regular auto attack. It's rank 1 skill, Jackhammer. Alright, 17 mana, 4-second cooldown, physical, short range, 1 target. It deals 225% weapon damage, cannot miss, but also can't crit. Then we have the rank 2 skill Plasma Bolt, 20 mana, 8-second cooldown, hybrid, long range, 1 target. Lowers the enemy's chance to hit by 20% as well, and also deals physical and magical damage. Rank 3 skill Arc Lightning, 21 mana, 10-second cooldown, long range for targets, dealing more damage with each bounce. Your rank 4 passives, Quick like Lightning. Your haste is increased by 15%, and Ground. All damage taken is reduced by 10%. And finally, for your rank 5 skill, Event Horizon, 26 mana, 35-second cooldown, short range status skill, which reduces all incoming damage by an amount of attack power for 20 seconds, based on attack power for 20 seconds. And that's pretty much it. So obviously, what we can learn from this class is that, it's an early game class. You get it hard, like, your first few steps into the game. You're going to like click on your event horizon and then just use your skills as, moving forward. Alright then, let's move on to combos and enhancements. Alright guys, so here's the enhancements that we're going to use for Rustbucket. Valiant, because this class doesn't really have little to no defenses outside of our horizon, so Valiant will, boost up its core stats, whatnot. Lucky, crit, Vainglory. This class doesn't heal, so I'd also gonna like do more about DPS and base forge for more base HP. Now, really help it out. Now, if you don't have access to forge, just do like full luck with spiral carve really. So yeah, that's pretty much it right there. Let me just check if animations are on. Oh. Alright, now then, for your combo, what you want to do here is 5, 2, 3, and then 4, and yeah, just spam 2 and 3, and just spam your skills basically. So this class, obviously, forge enhancements are making it, look a bit better than usual and whatnot, but its DPS is just far too low to really be, a soloer, past, early game content. As you can see right here, it seems like our damage is just like capping at like the 3,000s. Oh, we got a 3,300 right there. I mean, Event Horizon's really doing, its thing of like reducing the damage that we're taking, but overall, just like, yeah, Rustbucket in terms of soloing is like, it's only meant for like stuff like Red Dragon. over at Lair or Green Guard Dragon and stuff like that. It's like, do not take this class like outside of like early game, like beginner content, because that's what this class is basically is. As I mean, okay, 36 right there. Okay. But yeah, its damage is just, yeah, fart. Its damage is just far too low to really be do, or like do a decent amount. Even like Chaos Slayer or like Enforcer probably would have done a better job. So yeah, it's just like if you're a fan of like, taking 5 minutes to solo a boss, then Rustbucket is for you. Now, for the sake of the video, I'm just gonna stop right here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys, got the memo. Even my gold boost, faded. So yeah, you know, in terms of soloing, this class is not a soloer whatsoever. Past, early game, beginner status. Alright then, let's move on to farming. Alright guys, so in terms of farming, I mean, yeah, I don't recommend this thing for even farming. Most of its skills are short range attacks. This is like the only multi-targeting attack, and as soon as Event Horizon it has faded, you're basically dead. Right here, it's just, most of its moves are short range. As you can see right here, it's just, you might get some kills there and there, but, that's pretty much it. Just little to no defenses outside of Event Horizon, and only like one multi-targeting skill. So yeah, in terms of farming, yeah, this class isn't really a farmer. Alright then, let's move on to survivability. Alright guys, so in terms of survivability, yeah, this class, like I said earlier, this class barely has any defenses outside of our Event Horizon, but there are just bosses that can literally bypass that with ease and basically mutilate it. So yeah, in terms of survivability, it has little to none. Its only defensive qualities is the Event Horizon. Alright then, let's move on to support and then final thoughts. Alright guys, so in terms of support, it's only offering the support as Plasma Bolt, which can reduce the enemy's hit chance by 20%. Yeah, that's basically in terms of support. So, alright then, the pro about Rustbucket is that it's easy to use and get. Very easy, actually. So, yeah. Alright then, the cons about Rustbucket is that, it was basically meant to be a meme class, basically, so like the devs won't like give too much, thought into it compared to its counterparts, Enforcer and Protoserium alike. Bad defenses, even with Event Horizon. Uh, its DPS is only acceptable for beginner content, and most of its moves are short ranged. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright then. My final verdict about Rustbucket is that Rustbucket is a meme class. It's a joke class, really. Only get this class if you're a class collector or you're starting out the game. Alright then, that's pretty much been it for the Rustbucket overview. Make sure to like, share, subscribe for more Hi Guys content. And yeah, Hi Guys out. Finally. Finally, the video's over. Back to the bank you go. Oh, damn. Video's still rolling? Yeah, hi guys out.